and also the challenges that is almost common, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, on this working visit of Trans Nzoia, West Pokot, and Turkana counties, Madam Speaker, yesterday we had an issue of discussing Kwale, Mombasa, and Taita Taveta. Madam Speaker, on the issue of Trans Nzoia County, it's experienced similar. What I have noticed, Madam Speaker, on most of the counties is the issue of expiry of drugs, especially in our health facilities, both at the county referral hospitals to the county level. Even in Nandi, we have similar challenges of expired drugs. I don't know where the people who are in charge of health departments, Madam Speaker, are doing, and the KEMSA and other state actors to ensure that we don't supply expiry of drugs is a bigger challenge. And I don't know what evaluation and monitoring unit is doing to ensure they address the issue of expiry of drugs in our counties, Madam Speaker. Especially when you look at Kitale County Referral Hospital, I'm happy the stakeholders of County Assembly, the area senator was there, Madam Speaker, and the challenge, another challenge I saw, one is the expiry of drugs, and we must take a position. It cannot be that Kenyans come to get medication, but they go worse because of being administered with fake, expired drugs, Madam Speaker. I want to call upon the Ministry of Health, KEMSA, and other actors to ensure we go and ensure that the drugs are being dispensed in our hospitals and facilities are not expired. I visited Kapsabet County Referral Hospital in Kapsabet. You found expired drugs. I went to Maraba Sub-County Hospital, similar story. Madam Speaker, I've gone to Chepteruai, Nyayo Ward in Masab Sub-County, Madam Speaker. Even in Nandil Sub-County Hospital. Even when I visited Mosoriat Hospital, Sub-County Hospital, you get expired drugs that are being eaten. In fact, when I went to Mosoriat Sub-County Hospital, it was interesting because they had eaten it behind the kitchen so that no one can notice. Why don't they incinerate or dispose of the expired drugs? So what you see also in Kitale County Referral Hospital and most of the facilities in Trans Nzoia is the issue of expired drugs, which is common in all counties. There's also poor security measures, which, I'm sick, we had a story in Kapsabet County Referral Hospital where a child was lost, a newborn baby was being lost. And that matter is actively being investigated by the DCI Kapsabet, and I hope it shows that there is lack of security. You saw in KNH, one of our biggest Kenyatta National Hospitals, Madam Speaker, a patient was killed and was not the first, it was the second patient. And I'm happy CS Douala has indicated that Kapsabet, not Kapsabet, Kenyatta National Hospital should have a 24-hour surveillance courtesy of CCTVs. When you go to Trans Nzoia hospitals, West Pokot, and Turkana, there is lack of security, Madam Speaker, and therefore, the issue of CCTV surveillance must be encouraged so that we don't see what we see in Kenyatta National Hospital, where a patient was killed. And I hope the KMPTC will ensure, and I remember there was also another lady that lost a child out of medical negligence. I hope the necessary state actors can look. So the issue of surveillance systems within our hospitals must be improved. Madam Speaker, it is very unfortunate that we are also discussing the issue of ambulance. Limited ambulance, for example, in Trans Nzoia County, Madam Speaker, that they lack ambulance. But the governor of Trans Nzoia is busy oversighting national government, and he cannot even buy an ambulance. Madam Speaker, it's very unfortunate. I saw him questioning where did the money come that was given to Harambee Stars come from. If he cannot purchase an ambulance, he doesn't have a local standard to even discuss national issues, Madam Speaker. So it is very unfortunate that Trans Nzoia County is a going concern, Madam Speaker, on the issue of ambulance. And even the issue of CCTV, the issue of surveillance, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, so we must agree. Even the issue of theater at Kitale County Referral Hospital, it is in dilapidated condition. And the only thing that the governor has done is to run away by upgrading Gideon Wamalwa Hospital, instead of visiting Kitale County Referral Hospital, Madam Speaker, which is in a pathetic situation. Madam Speaker, you are aware, and I want to thank the great people of Trans Nzoia, and by extension the Mulembe Nation, because they are doing a good job. Madam Speaker, what better can Kitale County Referral Hospital have than a functional maternity hospital? Madam Speaker, the Mulembe Nation is giving birth at a good rate that I think the northern part of Kenya is also trying, but they are not at that part. Because maternity ward in Kitale, Madam Speaker, is doing very well. And therefore it needs to be improved. Because if you see an average of 650 deliveries annually, Madam Speaker, the maternity, and that is why, Madam Speaker, to be fair, I don't want to appear, people think that we are playing politics. But if you cannot fix maternity wing, maternity hospital, maternity, and the people have done a good job, men and women of this country, men of Trans Nzoia, are giving us good work. You know the reason China, Madam Speaker, and US are doing well is because of population. The market, you cannot sell when you don't have people, Madam Speaker. Yeah? And I don't know why the senator of Tharaka Kataya Mwenda is laughing. I think they should borrow lessons from men of Trans Nzoia and Mulembe Nation on how to execute some of these duties. So we challenge the governor of Trans Nzoia, instead of singing Tawe everywhere, he should fix maternity wing in Kitale County Referral Hospital and stop disturbing the party leader of DAP, Wamalwa, CS Eugene Wamalwa. On the issue of laboratory, there was another challenge. I think the issue of pharmacy we have mentioned, the issue of security, and even tied up to maternity is a pediatric wing. And it is important that your visitors on the gallery, most of them are still young, and I know they visit pediatrician. So we want when the children are given birth, under Article 53, child's best interest, they are taken to pediatric doctor, they receive good medical care, they grow into bouncing baby boys and baby girls. Although I had, Madam Speaker, as we go to the, from where I come, this is August, there is a lot of ceremonies around. I don't know whether Malinya will have the bullfighting or is it up to December. But there are so many ceremonies, especially weddings, pre-weddings, and we want them when consummation happens, Madam Speaker, they get a good pediatric wing, especially in Kitale County Referral Hospital. And Madam Speaker, as we go to ceremonies, I have never understood, maybe the caterers, people who do catering, why would you put rice and watermelon? Madam Speaker, those people should be given notice as we go for ceremonies of August, Madam Speaker, because I don't understand why would somebody put rice and watermelon together. I think the people who do balancing, please, especially during this ceremony season, please avoid that. Finally, on the issue of Kitale, the issue of Trans Nzoia, I am to note, and I'm happy the chairperson of Roads is here, is that we are doing very well in terms of share. I think 25 million Kenyans have registered. I can see there are still liabilities. I want to appeal that these liabilities of NHIF should be sorted out through FIF and ensure that share now that 25 million, Madam Speaker. When this issue of 25 million Kenyans have registered, it shows, Madam Speaker, out of 55 million Kenyans are Kenya National Bureau of Statistics of 2019. Madam Speaker, almost a half of Kenyans are now in SHA, which means all Kenyans have faith and confidence in working of SHA. Unlike the people who have been castigating this issue, I think Kenya, and I had an engagement with World Health Organization representatives, and they were telling me the issue of universal health coverage is being taken root from Kenya in Africa, Madam Speaker. So the fact that Kenyans are now registering in numbers to be part and process of SHA is a significant step in advance to universal health coverage. And I'm happy the government has started Malipo Pole Pole, that program, so that Kenyans don't have to pay the whole year, which is a significant step in access to medical care in this republic. So on this issue of NHIF liabilities, I hope and I'm happy that CS Aden Duale has stabilized the health sector and will ensure that all liabilities that within, even on the issue of KEMSA, the issue of KEMSA debt, Madam Speaker, we were told it is above 3 billion that is being owed by counties. I want to appeal that the Trans Nzoia County government pays KEMSA a debt of 106 million. Just the way we saw Mombasa, even in Nandi and many others, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, and this on the issue of ambulances, we need to conclude quickly so that I can allow my colleagues to also contribute. Let me just make a few comments on West Pokot and Turkana County. Madam Speaker, on the issue of West Pokot, so the challenge in Kitale County Referral Hospital, health facilities in Kitale or in Trans Nzoia, they must be handled properly. And I want to challenge the executive, led by the governor, that the health sector in Kitale is deplorable, is dilapidated across Trans Nzoia, in all sub-counties, Madam Speaker, and ask the governor to go slow on national politics and focus majorly on what the people of Trans Nzoia elected him for, and ensure that he delivers, especially on the health sector, because that is where the cornerstone will be, and stop disturbing Eugene Wamalwa of DAP. On West Pokot, Madam Speaker, the county governor, I think the access to medical cover, I'm happy the West Pokot, there was a Kenya Medical Training College. There are 175 health operational hospitals. I think the issue here is human resource, which is common, and sufficient funding, existing oxygen plant. Madam Speaker, the governor of West Pokot, Governor Kachapin, must and should ensure that there is a functional oxygen plant for access to oxygen supplement.